Good morning. On Sunday, the 9th of September at approximately 8:10, U.S. Congressman Trey Gowdy of the 4th Congressional District of South Carolina drove to City Hall and reported that while he was parked at 250 East Main in front of the First Baptist Church, a black female displaying a handgun approached his vehicle. Congressman Gowdy at that point stated she tapped on the window, and as he got a closer look, he realized she had a weapon. She then pointed that weapon directly at him in a threatening manner. The female, Ms. Gloria Yvonne Brackett, told him to stop following her. The conversation ensued, but Congressman stated that he was not following her. He was then able to put his car in reverse and back up to leave the area. Ms. Brackett ran across the parking lot in an attempt to follow him. He drove directly to Public Safety Center, which is located in this building, City Hall, which is approximately 4 blocks from that location. Once at City Hall, Congressman Gowdy gave details of the incident and provided a description of the female. Officers then conducted an extensive and intense search of the area and located a female who turned out to be Ms. Brackett from Atlanta, Georgia. When found, Ms. Brackett had a weapon in her possession. Once she was arrested and searched incidental to the arrest, in her purse was a CZ Model 70 .32 caliber semi-automatic pistol with 4 bullets in the magazine and 1 box of 48 .32 caliber bullets. Through our investigation, we have been able to determine Ms. Brackett is a native of Cowpen, South Carolina, and was in the area visiting relatives. We have also determined that Ms. Brackett was allegedly previously had contact with the following police agencies in Georgia: Atlanta PD, Fulton County, Jackson County, and Gwinnett County. There is no evidence to suggest that Ms. Brackett and Congressman Gowdy had a previous association. There is no evidence to suggest that Congressman Gowdy, in his official capacity, and this incident happened to be coincident between the congressman. Ms. Brackett has been charged with pointing and presenting a firearm and unlawful carrying. We are communicating with the solicitor, Barnett, to determine if additional state charges are appropriate. We are continuing our assessment of this incident to determine if there are any additional threats to Congressman Gowdy and his family or any other public official. We are working with federal law enforcement officials to determine if this incident meets the standards for federal prosecution. A formal bond hearing is scheduled for 2:00 p.m. this afternoon at the Spartanburg County Jail. That concludes my prepared remarks.
Tell anyone where she's staying here in Cowpens?
We have talked to some relatives.
Anything there? As far as motive, why, why, Congressman?
No motive, to our knowledge. We're not so sure that she knew that he was a congressman. He was there sitting in his car, waiting to pick up a family member. For some reason, she felt that he was a threat or had been following her and approached the car with her weapon out of her purse.
Is there any indication that she has any sort of mental disabilities, anything like that?
With the information we have, we aren't able to make that decision or an assessment of her mental health. Over the next couple of days, I'm sure that appropriate authorities will be taking a look.
Was she also in a car, or was she in the area on foot? You said she chased him. Did she chase him on foot?
She chased him on foot. She had been dropped off at the bus station, which is approximately a block from the church, to take a bus back to Atlanta. Apparently decided to think it over, and as a result lined up at the church and was sitting there meditating and contemplating her next move.
Were there, I'm guessing at this time, there may have been other people that others see this. Have you talked to witnesses that saw this interaction?
No one saw the direct interaction between her and the congressman. There are other people who saw her in and around the church and found it to be somewhat unusual.
She was in the church?
We're not so sure she went in,
Okay.
but was on the steps of the church.
Where was she arrested?
At the bus station. There are a number of officers that converge on the area, and as a result of their intense activity, actually she lined up waving an officer down. We're not so sure what her intended question. We do know what she had. Once she waved the officer down, she then approached the officer and stated that she thought someone was following her, and shortly after that contact, she was placed under arrest because she matched the description that we had from the congressman.
Is there any charge about threatening a public official?
That's being assessed by federal officials in the U.S. Attorney's Office.